Thank you for reminding me. Actually, every time I forget. So now, yesterday, what we have did so far, we have completed this transaction of non-sanimitable GST RCM amount calculation and posting in system. Okay, and the terms of payment part. Okay, so both of the things has been cleared, and also we have discussed at the last the withholding tax. The system or concept of withholding tax. So I think today you all have read some of the articles available and you are okay with the concept and you know about why the tax is calculated, on what amount need to be calculated, what are the, some of the codes which are related to TDS. And you may know about, one, two or three, we have already discussed about the 94I is for rent, this is 2%, the TDS rate for plant and machinery, and for others, for land, building, furniture, fitting, it is 10%. Exemption limit we have discussed, it was 2,40,000 for rent, and then 94C, it is 2% for company and 1% for others, and for others also 92 is for salary, and there are for interest it is 192, 194 H. I think it was for commission, which is the tax rate is 10% for deduction of TDS amount, and so on. So you just go through any article. If you have not gone through, just go through any article which is available online for TDS. Okay. So one thing I just want to ask you guys, whether you know on what amount TDS needs to be deducted as per rules. Vishesh, on
Yes,
what
sir.
amount we have to deduct the TDS amount?
What amount?
Yeah. What is the assessable value to calculate TDS?
Yeah, we deduct on the basic amount.
Yeah, it is to be deducted on basic amount. Okay, so net of tax.
Yeah,
So if
we can say it is a taxable amount.
yeah, it is a taxable amount, right? So if you will see, it is a amount. Say for example, we are having invoice for legal consultancies in 10,000. It is for 10,000, and at the rate of GST at the rate 18%, so it is coming around 1,800. Then the total invoice value would be plus, okay, but the TDS at the rate 10% on professional charges would be deducted on the basic amount into 10%. So what we are going to do, we are going to pay to the vendor account this amount. Sorry. Okay. So this will be payment which we are going to make to the vendor. So say for example, this is the transaction. Okay. And in this transaction, there's a amount of basic amount, which is for legal consultancy, we are paying to the consultant is 10,000. GST at the rate of 18% is 1,800. So total invoice value which he is charging to us is 11,800. Now for the TDS, we are deducting at 10%. And for the scenario, for the as we have discussed yesterday, the rule is saying invoice or payment, whichever is earlier. You have to deduct the TDS amount on invoice or payment, whichever is earlier. On that basis, TDS needs to be deducted on the net value, okay, which we have calculated so far. So we have calculated TDS on for 1,000. It is calculated on 10 on the basic amount, and the net payment payable to vendor is 10,800, which you will at last will pay. So I need to pass an accounting entry for this. Okay, so what it could be? Ashita.
So it's like legal consultancy account debited.
Hmm.
10,000.
Okay.
GST account debited 1800.
GST at the rate 18% account debited.
Then comes
1,800.
TDS to TDS. TDS account created 1000.
TDS account credited for 1,000.
Then bank account 10,800.
Okay. Account credit with. Okay.
No, sir. So it should TDS will be credited, I think,
Sorry.
or else it won't be set up.
TDS.
So TDS accounts will be credited, right? It won't be set up for us.
Yeah, it is going to be credited, so that your liability would be created in system.
Yeah.
And when you are paying it off, it will be charged. It will be paid, and the
Set up.
will be cleared. Set up. Yes. So this would be accounting entry. Debit amount is this. Debit amount is this, and credit amount is this. Okay. Debit credit is matching, and your accounting entry will be posted in system. So this is the entry which at the last, when we will post the invoice in system, going to be posted. Okay, this would be the entry which system will show us at the last when we are going to post the accounting entry in system. Okay, so now what we are going to discuss about, the procedure which we are going to follow for this creation. Just yesterday I have discussed you, we have to create some conditions. Okay, we have to create some conditions like that we have created in IGST, GST configuration, and then we have to also map those conditions with some country code. Then we have to create some text code. Okay, and after creation of those text code, we have to map some text code. Just like GST, also we have to map this. There is only one difference. In GST, we have not mapped the GST codes or conditions in the vendor master, but in this case we are going to map the withholding tax codes in the vendor master. Okay, so that system will pick it from that, and after that you have to map these conditions in vendor master. Then you have to define some codes over there, and after creation of those codes, just like we have mapped the GL account in accounting keys which we have created for condition type. So we have linked accounting key with condition type, and then we have mapped the GL account. In the same way, for account posting in GL account, we have to map the GL account with some keys which we are going to create in the scenario. Okay, and then after finally we will post the vendor invoice and we'll deduct the TDS, and then as there could be two scenarios. Okay, one is in which we are going to post the invoice and then deduct TDS, and another scenario could be like we are paying advance amount to the vendor and we are deducting TDS on that amount of the advance payment. So both scenarios we will try to create in system and post. Okay, so this would be the process which we are going to follow for configuration. So yes, I am just going to ask you. Okay, you have told me basic amount is there, yes, and the rent 2%, 10%. Okay. So we have to first of all define withholding tax country. Okay, so how we are going to define it? SPRO, SAP reference IMG. Just go to financial accounting global setting, and there is an option called withholding tax, and then go to extended withholding tax. And under extended withholding tax, you are having option basic setting, and in basic setting you could have option check withholding tax countries. Okay, here you can check or you can define. So this is the option where you can define your country first. Okay, just like we have mapped our tax procedure with country code. So there also you can create your country code, and here there is also one option where you can create it. But in system, for every country they have created one code. Okay, for every country they have created one country code which you can use and utilize. So in this case also, country is IN. So for IN they have created this. This is the standard creation. Okay, so this is a standard which system has created for you. For every country they have created like that way. You can create your own country code, and just you have to give here in IN, which is India, and then withholding tax key INN, so that it could be differentiate. Okay, otherwise system will give you an error that this withholding country is already created in system. So just give another name and then withholding tax, the name of the withholding tax key, tax country, DRY for C8. Okay, you can't give more than that. So country C8. Okay, so this is how there are only two fields you need to enter here, and you can create your own withholding country code in system. Okay, so this is the first transaction, first step for creation of configuration. Okay, so now we have created our own country is India, and withholding country is INN, withholding tax country for C. Okay, so there are options. You can use the standard one which has been created in system, or you can create your own as well. Okay, so now this is the first step which we have did. Then another next step is creation of your official withholding tax keys. So now how we are going to create this? Just go back, and there is a next option in system. It is available. Define withholding tax keys. Just click on this option. Give country key. So if you will give here INN. Okay, IN, in system it has still not created. So these are the country. Okay, and I have to give a country code which is IN India. So now in system, some of the users has created this TDS types. Okay, withholding tax keys they have already created. So we will create our own, and which is not created here is for, they have created 194I, which is for on rent, but we can create this for plant and machinery separately. So I'm just going to create one tax code, withholding tax code, which is representing plant and machinery TDS on rent. So I'm just going to click on new entry option, give here 194I. Okay, and here 194I, you need to give a code here, and then in the name I'm just changing it because of 194I is already created. So 94I. So I'm giving this different name so that we can create TDS payable payable on rent on plant and machinery. Okay, so 94I we have created, and this is our official key. This is a system key, so it doesn't have any kind of link with your sections. Okay, so this you are giving for your identification or for company's identification. So identification is like that 194 it should be there, but 194II we are creating for TDS payable on rent on plant and machinery. Okay, so this different condition type we are creating for differentiating for deduction of a TDS which is related to your plant and machinery. Just save this. Okay, and a new condition record is created in system which is 94II TDS payable on rent on plant and machinery. Okay, so this is how you can create your own TDS codes in system which is available. You can use it, but how you can create, just go to new entry and create. There are only two fields you need to enter here, and one more field is there, national tax code. If you are having a national tax code which is not here because of we are not going to create this type of national tax codes, which is this is applicable to some of the countries, not for India. So now we have created this. Okay, so two steps we have completed. Third one is we have to define the reasons for exceptions. Okay, we may be having exemption available for deduction of TDS. So just like we have discussed about there is an exception available for TDS in case of rent, and the amount is 2,40,000. Okay, so here we just have to create a condition, a reason. Okay, a reason for exemption we just have to create. There is no requirement to give amount here. We are going to map the amount in the next configuration. So how we are going to create this? Just go to define reason for exception. Click country code IN, and here some of the exceptions codes has already been created. Like AL is created, and this is the code which could be numeric, alphanumeric, or alphabetic as well, and you can create your own. So how we are going to create this? Just create.
Yeah, we need to create this. Yeah, it is already created.
It is created in the system only because of some of the users has created this, but when you will get it afresh, there could be a changes. Okay, a tax code is changing, so there may be possibility that new deduction will come, so that you can add. But this is not standard system generated codes. You have to create this. So I'm just giving RL. I'm just giving text or definition exemption on rent. Okay, so this is the new exemption reason I'm creating, exemption or rent. Okay, so in this system it is created, but when you will go in real environment you need to create it. This will not be available. So now I've created a new one, RL exemption or rent, and you can give here the section as well. There are some amendment came, like you have to deduct lower in tax deduction, like because of COVID the tax rate has been changed. Okay, deduction of for a particular period they have reduced the tax rate, so that for that particular period you will deducting tax on a lower rate. So this was applicable only for a particular period. So this type of exception or exemption, they may have increased that some of the items you are going to increase the amount. First of all it was 1,80,000, and in between you have changing it to 2,40,000 or something else. So if any kind of reduction will came into picture, tax department is updating, you need to change this exemption reasons as per the requirement. So this is only a creation of condition, and amount mapping and other mapping would be done further. Okay, so this is how you can create the exemption limit, and then the next part and next step would be define withholding tax for invoice posting. So how you are going to define it? So this is the part of basic setting. Now we are going to create go to calculation, define withholding tax type, and here is the option. And as we have discussed, there rule that invoicing or payment, whichever is earlier, on that basis you are going to deduct the TDS amount. So mapping would be done like that way. Okay, so first option is define withholding tax type for invoice posting, and then another option is define withholding tax type for payment posting. Okay, so we have to create both of the conditions separately. So just click on this option, give your country code IN, and now there are so many conditions which they have created. Okay, so I'm just copying one of the condition which is related to the rent, with 94 I 2%, 3%, J 10%, rent for 10%. This is. So I'm just copying this condition type which is created in system. Copy, and here all the options are available. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create our own conditions. So for rent 194 I and a small I. So condition code is this type code is for 2-digit only. So what I'm going to do, C4, okay, would be the code, and the type, this system is taking it 37 type number. So number is the sequential number, there is nothing like that. And here is the text, TDS at the rate 10%. So we are changing it, TDS at the rate of 2% on invoice. Okay. So what we are going to do, so one by one we will discuss about the condition. Country code is okay, IN. Withholding tax type is a 2-digit, 2 characters code which you can give. Just I am creating it, new one, C4, okay. And here you can give the description. No. These are the basic configuration available. So just for calculation, base amount. So system is asking you what is the base amount on which you are going to calculate the TDS. So just we have discussed, the scenario would be we are going to calculate the TDS on the net of tax amount, right? It is not the gross amount. Gross amount is this. And this would be the net amount. So after reducing the GST or reducing the tax payable, okay, indirect tax, reduction of indirect tax, you will get the net amount, or whatever the base amount is there you are giving while posting your invoice. So this is the net amount which going to be utilized by system for calculation. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, that's why we have selected this net amount. So based on not net amount condition which is available in system will calculate the TDS. Now this is the rounding off rule. So first rule is withholding tax commercial roundup. So what this will do, this will round up the amount in commercial terms. And what is the commercial term? So do you have any idea about that? What is the commercial term for rounding off this? Rounding off any figure? Oh. Yes, Ashita?
So to the nearest value, like nearest zero amount.
So for example, I'm just giving you one example. It is 1.5 or 6.5. Okay.
So it will go to 7.
And 7.4. So what would be the rounding of amount as per commercial term? It is
So both it will be 7.
right. Okay. So if you select first option, system will round off your tax amount or of whatever the amount you are going to calculate. System will round off in that way. First option. And oh. Okay, leave it. We will do it finally. So this is the first rule, which is saying commercial roundup. Then this is withholding tax amount up. Up, you know that if it is up means it will go to the next level. It was always, you know, if there is any value in decimal, it will increase the value. Okay. And round, this is the third option, which is round down. Round withholding tax amount means it is for down and it is for up. So if it is 7.1, in case of round up, what would be the value?
8.
8.
Right. And if it is down 7.1 or 7.5, the value would be 7.
It's 7.
Okay. So accordingly, you can select these options which are available, whether you want to commercial roundup or whether you want to create it up or whether you want to create it down. So system will calculate the tax amount based on the net value. Okay. And after creation of this after calculation of the tax amount, system will round up based on this configuration which you are taking, based on these options available. So whatever you will select, system will round up based on this value. Now, another option is, this is the option post withholding tax amount. So you need to mark this option. Why? Because, and why this system is giving me this option, because of in some of the countries, posting of the tax amount in system is not required. Okay, there is no posting which is required in system we need to do. So that's why this option is given. If you will check this option, that means the posting with the GL code, system will post in a particular GL code withholding tax amount, and if you will not take, system will not post. Just like, you know, when we have configured GST, there was one option where we need to charge off. And in some of the cases in the previous taxation procedure, when CST needs to be paid, it will be charged off to your expense account. There's no separate account is created, right? You're not going to get any kind of benefit. So you are going to charge off that tax amount to your expense category, or you are inventorizing that GST or whatever the CST value are there. So in the same way, in this case also the withholding tax amount posting is required. So we are marking this check, and if it is not required, we are not marking. But for India, it needs to be marked, because we have to create a separate line item for the same, and that line item will be a liability for the company, and that liability will be cleared after paying the amount. So if that line item will not be created by the system, we will not able to clear those views. Another thing, accumulation type. So system is asking you whether you want to accumulate all the TDS month on month basis, calendar year basis, quarterly basis, or this month, year, or on some period basis. If you want to accumulate that TDS amount. So in our case, we have to pay TDS on monthly basis, right? Right or wrong? Or what is the date on which you need to pay your TDS?
Yeah. Yes, it is monthly basis.
Yeah, it is on monthly basis, and on
I think
7th.
I think it is helpful for reporting purpose, na?
Yeah, this is accumulation. So on that time, if you will select this accumulation type, system will not you will not be able to pay it off. System will accumulate this amount on quarterly basis, and after quarterly you can discharge your liability. But in our case, we are paying on monthly basis, and also when you will liable to pay TDS, you are liable to pay TDS in the month of March, only. So all the TDS amount, all the TDS which you have deducted from your vendors up to 30th of March, you have to discharge your liability on 31st March, right? This is the rule. So this is also not, you are not accumulating TDS on monthly basis as well. For the month of March, you have to discharge your liability before 31st March. And whatever TDS you are deducting on 31st March, for that you are having, having the time limit up to 15th of April next year. So in this scenario, we are not having we are not going to accumulate this. And if you want to this system is not going to accumulate anything, but when you will see the ledger balance, you can see what is the total cumulative amount for this particular period, or for a quarter, for a month. You can identify that. So there is no requirement to accumulate here, because of system will not allow you then discharging your liability. Okay, so this is the accumulation, which in India we are not choosing, because of sometime on monthly basis you need to pay it out. And then control. So these are the 3 items available, and these are the 3 items linked with your posting. When you will post the withholding or your deducting tax, okay, in FB60, like that way you are posting one invoice in FB60. 60. No, I have to enter something. 1 minute. Zero. Here you can enter withholding tax amount. So there are 3 options. One is withholding tax based manual. if you want to tell system that there could be a basic amount on which you need to deduct TDS, you can tell. You can enter, you can input the amount manually over there. If system is not calculating, system is not taking, you can give it manually. One option. Another, manual withholding tax amount. This is the base amount on which tax is going to be calculated based on the withholding tax key you are going to select. And this is manual withholding tax amount. Manual withholding tax amount, if the system is calculating some tax amount which as far as your concern is wrong, or you want to do it manually, you don't want that system will calculate it. Okay, in that case we are going to select this option, so system will also allow you to change it manually. If you will not select this option, system will not allow you to change it manually. Okay, so some of the times in our country tax rate has been changed. Like I have just gone through this article, and they are saying where here they are saying that for a particular period they have changed the tax rate. They have changed some tax rate for a particular time period. Yeah, in this table you can see. Okay, so TDS rate, normal slab, and TDS rate which is for particular period for 1st 4/2020 to 13/5/2020. The normal the slab rate or the rate for deduction of TDS has been changed. Like in this case 7.5, and for this period 10%. Okay, so they have changed it, and for this perspective there is one option, you will change your configuration throughout all the configuration, just change it. Tax code, create new tax code will be created, new tax type will be created in system, and then utilize it. And another part, allow system for manual interruption. Okay, so this is the option. If you will select, you can manually enter, system will allow you to enter. If you will not select, system will not allow you to enter manual amount. And now there is no certification numbering. So if you want to give a certificate number here, so that the certificate system is going to generate. In some of the countries through SAP they are generating TDS certificate, but in our country SAP is not generating TDS certificate, is available on NSDL site. Okay, so from where you can take it. In SAP is not allowed, or SAP there is no format which we have developed here for creation of TDS certificate. So if you are selecting this option, then it means system will not go for, you will not have to create the certification format in SAP. But if you are selecting, you have to create it. But whether in India, all the TDS certificate for 16A, 16AA, which you are going to deduct for professional charges, other than salary, like that way. So other than salary, all the TDS certificates are available on website of NSDL. So any vendor want to see the TDS reduction certificates, you want to get the certificate, you can go there on that site and get it done. So there is no requirement. SAP you are going to generate it. Another option is this one, information for regional withholding tax. Okay, if this type of withholding tax key which you are creating, this withholding tax type which you are creating for 4I or whatever it is, 10% invoice, if it is for a particular state, then in that case we can select this state here. Okay, if this tax rate, TDS rate is applicable for a particular region only, for a particular state, then you can select it. Otherwise you don't have to select it, because TDS is the central tax. It is not state tax. So state is not governing it. So it is not have authority to change the rates. It's only central government who can change it. It's only central government who can authorize it. So this is the option which we are now going to select, and then we define minimum and maximum amount. So this minimum and maximum amount, there are two options available. One is the base amount. So you can define based on the withholding tax code. So where we are going to create the withholding tax code, we are defining over there the minimum and the maximum amount value, just like tolerance group mapping. And here withholding tax amount. So what is the minimum and maximum withholding tax amount which a user can post to system? We can also define on withholding tax code level. When we will create withholding tax code, we will define the minimum and maximum amount as a tolerance mapping system. Okay. Is there any doubt to this? I have explained.
Yeah, what is that option? Account withholding maximum.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the option, when we will, just like we have created some tolerance group from employees, for employees, and we have also created some tolerance group for vendors and customer, right? In that document, we have defined some amount. So this is the maximum or minimum amount limit for which a person can post the document. Like that way, there is a tolerance group. In the same
Okay.
way, here we are going to define on tax code level what is the minimum or maximum amount for posting withholding tax or for deducting TDS. So this is for withholding tax amount, okay, what the TDS amount, and this is for base amount on which the tax is going to be calculated. And we will define it at withholding tax code level. Or you can define it here as well. After creation of these types, you can define that as well. There are two options available. So we can take on withholding tax code level, we are going to define what amount needs to be, what is the minimum or maximum amount. Anything else you all guys want to ask about this? Otherwise, I will create it just in one go.
Yeah, is it the same procedure for TCS?
TCS, there are some changes, not much. TCS is also, TCS is liable on material part only. So the procedure would be same. There's only one thing in TCS, we are going to charge it on some of the items. So we have to define those items over there. So we will also see TCS. We will also configure one TCS. But the process would be same. Only the difference is we have to define some materials on which it will be applicable. It is not like on every every type of material TCS needs to be paid. And the configuration is somewhat different because of on sale you have to collect TCS, right?
Yes, sir.
It's not on purchase, it's on sale. So this that would be differentiation, but the creation of withholding tax type would be the same. Up to this level, this configuration would be same. This would change. Anything else?
As of now, no.
Okay. Let's go through the online document available, online, whatever the data is available, like just I
Yes.
was going through these details, and there maybe you are finding something different, okay, some complexity is there. So that also we can discuss about how we can map it in the system.
Okay. Is there any option to attach, suppose exemption certificate?
To attach an exemption certificate.
Actually, some vendor is exemption in lower deductions.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that certificate we can attach here for reference.
Certificate attachment for reference. That still I have not checked. I'll check it. Okay, I'll check and will confirm you back.
Okay.
Anything else? I will create this.
Yeah, suppose the vendor don't have any PAN number, then we need to deduct the 20 higher rate TDS.
20%, right?
Yeah, 20%. Is it possible to assign here?
Yes, yes. Whatever we have created here,
Mhm.
just I'm going to tell you. You just have to create one condition type for the same. Just like we have created some, withholding tax keys. Okay, here. So just create a withholding tax key in the same way which you have created for the normal TDS deduction. For higher rate of deduction, we just create a condition, one tax key, and then after the same configuration we will do which we are going to do with this taxation key. And when we are charging this TDS on 20%, on that time when just we have to select that withholding tax code. Okay, and we will select the tax code which is applicable at the rate of 20%, and then the system will deduct based on 20% slab rate. Okay, so now we have created this. So just I'm going to create this withholding tax type. Copy, change the name. Amount, okay. Okay, so we have created C4 TDS on rent 2% for invoice. Just save it, and your condition withholding tax type is created. And now the same thing which we have done here, we just have to do it in this case also. So just I'm selecting this one condition type, copy, and C4 means we need to change some name. So I'm just going to give here the same name. C5. Okay, and in this case also the base amount would be there, net amount on which we are going to deduct tax. Rounding rule will be we have taken commercial, and we can take anything based on the requirement of the client. You are going to select this option. Cash discount. Okay, so cash discount per withholding tax. In case you are paying it to the vendor, on that time the cash discount will be applicable or not applicable. Based on this, you are going to select this. So cash discount will not be applicable. What this option is saying you. Okay, this is only defined text. There is no cash discount per withholding tax. Withholding tax per cash discount. So in this case, we are not going to deduct any kind of when we are paying advance to the vendor. On that case only we are going to use this condition type at the time of payment. Okay, so cash discount will not be applicable. Accumulation, there is no accumulation. Controlling part, manual, you are going to enter the base amount. Manually, you are going to enter the tax amount. You can enter, or means like system is allowing you to change it. Self withholding tax. So in our country, I have not seen, self withholding tax means this is the withholding tax which we are deducting on our self invoicing. Okay, so this would be possible if we are creating any kind of invoice to the company. So just we are buying a car, like we are producing a car and we are buying it, and then we have to pay some TDS. So this is not the scenario which is existing here. So in GST, it is the payment which is need to be created, but TDS is not need to be deducted. Okay, and no certification number we have selected here also. And then minimum maximum amount which we are going to create. This is the central invoice, no central invoice or first time payment, central invoice, proprietorship. So we have selected no central invoice and minimum check at the item level. This I will confirm. Minimum check at item level. Is there any configuration? Nothing like. Okay, minimum check. This is the item which I will tell you. I will explain you what is it. Okay. Central invoice means there is no central invoice. Centralic, the TDS invoice is not posted. It is posted based on plant to plant configuration level. You know, for every plant you need to deduct TDS at company level. So this is the option where you can centrally post it. Means there is no business area concept. There's only one company. There's only one plant, and you are deducting it. So you can select. If central invoice you are going to select, it will be posted on corporate level only, at company code level. So on business area or on profit center, you are not going to allowed by system to post this on payment. So this is for payment. Anything other than this minimum check? You need a clarity about. Check document level. Minimum check item level. Payment document level. Okay, if not, I'm just going to save this. And this is the condition which you have created for TDS on rent or 2% for invoice. So it could not be invoice, it could be for payment. Okay, just saving this. So now we have created this condition type for one for invoice posting and one for payment posting. Okay. So what we are going to do in the next part, we have to create some define some recipient who are going to recipient means government, and we have to configure some types over there for the government perspective, and then for text code we are going to define, and then we are going to map this text code types with company code. Just like we have created this text code type, we have to map with the company code. So yes, so tomorrow we are going to complete this configuration, the next part, and we will post the invoices.